Welcome to the Center of Ki. Today's class is all about the feet. Yes, we're going to be invigorating and stretching the muscles and tendons and ligaments of the foot. So I'm really excited about this class. I had a request for this class, so I hope it meets your expectations. You will need a mat, possibly a cushion, and otherwise just yourself. We're going to start standing up, so let's get up on our feet. So let's begin standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. We want to have the feet about hip width wide, so have a look down at your feet and just check to notice if they're turning out to the side or turning inwards. Ideally, we want the outside edges of the feet, the little toe side of the foot, to be parallel to each other. Okay, so just have a look. So that will mean the big toes come in just a little bit to get that outside edge parallel. So once you've got that, that's great. We're just going to stand here for a moment and see if you can relax your shoulders so that let the arms just hang beside you and just notice your big toe pressing down into the ground. So just bringing some awareness into the feet to begin with and just taking a nice breath in and then breathing out and just becoming aware of the feet placed on the floor there. Let's see if we can lift the toes now. So gently lift your toes off the ground. See if you can spread them apart. You might not be able to, that's okay. And then just gently bring the toes back to the floor. And then just lift the heels just a tiny bit. So heels just hovering off the mat. See how the weight shifts onto the ball of the foot and the toes. And then gently place your heels back down. Good. And we just bring our hands into prayer pose for a moment. Close your eyes. And as you breathe in and out, just becoming super aware of your feet planted on the floor, noticing the weight evenly spread across the soles of the feet. We're going to come back to this at the end and just notice if there's any change in sensation or perhaps how you stand. And as we're standing here in Tadasana, let's let the arms go again. And just notice where your bottom is at. If it's bottom sticking out slightly, try and tuck it in a bit. Draw the belly button in just a little bit too. And see if you can squeeze the kneecaps up towards the thighs and engage gently through the thigh muscles as well. And just take another couple of breaths there. Standing nice and tall, crown of the head gently rising up to the ceiling. Fantastic. Alright, so we're going to come down onto the hands and knees and keep working from there. So coming onto our hands and knees, we're going to just do a little tap with the feet on the floor. So hands are under shoulders, knees are under the hips, and we're just going to tap the feet gently on the mat. So hopefully you've got something soft under you, and just tapping away gently, waking up the tops of the feet, just feeling some blood coming into there. And then we're going to tuck our toes into the floor and we're going to walk the hands towards us so that the bottom drops towards the heels. Now if it's too strong and you want to use a cushion, you can just place a cushion there so you're not sitting hard on your heels. Okay? Or you can also place a cushion under your knees so there's not so much direct weight there either. See how you go. Okay. Otherwise, we just want to let the bottom drop towards the heels and just breathe through the nose, feeling a strong stretch through the toes, through the soles of the feet, through the Achilles tendon. So we're not going to stay here too long. If it's too strong, just lean forwards a bit so the weight, there's not so much direct weight on the feet and the toes. Good stuff. All right, then bring your hands back into tabletop and we're just going to tap the feet gently again. Just getting some blood moving through. Lovely stuff. All right, and then walk your knees through your hands, coming over onto the bottom. All right, so legs are out in front of us and we're taking the hands behind. So a bit of support there with the hands. See if you can pull the shoulders back a little bit so the chest is open, and we're going to focus into the ankles and the feet now. So breathing in, point your toes forwards, and then breathe out, pull the toes back, and you want to feel the Achilles tendon here stretch. Good, and then breathe in, point, exhale, pull back, keep the chest forwards. Breathe in, point. Let's do 6 faster. So 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze and stretch. 5 and 6. Lovely stuff. Give the legs a gentle little wobble. And we're going to bring one foot in. Okay, so I'm just going to turn so you can see. We're going to focus now on the sole of the foot. So I'm going to get my fists, you get your fists too, and we're just going to tap with our fists gently or strongly, it's up to you, over the whole base of the foot there. So working into it, noticing any sore bits. Keep breathing, of course, letting go of any tension. That's it. Excellent. All right, now we're going to work with the toes. So I want you to grab, we're going to start with our little toe. I want you to grab your little toe, and you rest your foot on your leg if you like, or you can get a cushion. And we're just going to grab our toe and circle it. So going round and round and round, make circles with your toe, and then do the circles the other way. Round and round and round and round and round. You're squeezing your toe as you do it, and then after that we're just going to pull the toe. So just give it a little pull at the end. Next toe, round and round and round. So really just, this is working quite strongly into those tendons and joints and muscles of the toes now, and then go back the other way, circling. Keep the breath moving, and then pull that toe. Let's go to the middle toe, circling round and round and round and round. That's it, back the other way. Just waking up the feet here, and then pull that toe. Next one, round and round and round. Keep breathing, of course, and back the other way. Good, and then pull that toe, and now grab your big toe. Try and grab either side of the nail if you can, and squeeze and circle, circle, circle. Your toes might crack when you do this, that's completely fine. And then back the other way. If you do have any toe injuries though, please be careful. And then pull that toe. Good. All right, so we're going to give our foot a high five. So opposite hand. So this is my right foot, my left hand is high-fiving my right foot. And then I want to squeeze my fingers between the toes. So you want to pull your toes apart as best you can and squeeze those fingers in between, yeah? So get a nice good grip with your fingers on the foot there, and then support the foot with your hand, so ankle resting on the hand there. And we're going to circle the foot gently now in some circles. Okay, so paying attention to what you're doing, keep breathing, keep squeezing the toes with your fingers, and let's take the foot the other way now, circling around, gentle circles through that ankle, lovely, and then we're going to let that foot go. Excellent. All right, so we're going to bend the knee up, and we just want to hold over the padding of the foot with the hand. Hopefully you can see. And then we're going to squeeze. So I want you to find a point about 2 finger widths above the ankle bone. And we just want to get a nice good squeezing grip either side of the lower leg. So we're squeezing with the thumb and the first finger. And then release and slide down, squeeze. So basically we're just squeezing along that Achilles tendon, and then slide and squeeze down a bit further. And then slide and squeeze. Good. And we'll do that again. So finding that point about 2 finger widths above the ankle bone, squeezing into it, breathe in, and then exhale, squeeze. So just sliding down a thumb width each time. Good, and then squeeze. Good, and then we're going to let that go. And we can just get our fists now and just work into the sole of the foot with the fist, just finding any areas that you want to particularly focus on, whether that's at the soft padding bit here or more in the arch. Just go gently feeling with your fist what feels good. Maybe the heel likes a bit of attention, and you can even get your thumbs in around the heel just to wake up that heel. There's a bit of padding there. Just press into it with the thumbs. Awesome. All right, and then we're just going to grab our ankle gently and just let your foot jiggle. So the work is just the hands letting your foot jiggle up and down. Excellent. All right. Very nice. So just have a quick look at your feet. Notice how one foot feels compared to the other. All right, and then we're going to do the other foot. So bending the knee out, just starting with the fists on the sole of the foot there. Keep breathing, working all over, noticing how the foot feels. Very nice. Lovely stuff. All right, very good. All right, so now we're going to get our foot, place it on, and we're going to give our foot that, oh, we're not going to do the high five, we're going to do the toes first. So let's start with our little toe, and just grabbing that and circling around. We'll do the high five after this. And then go back the other way, circling. Good, and then pull the toe. Little toe, sorry, second toe. Oh, I'm getting a bit confused. It's very hot today, so trying to stay cool without the air conditioning on. All right, and then let's go the other way, circling around, and then pull that toe. Middle toe now, circling around. Good, and back the other way. So just really waking up the toes, all those bones in the feet, and pull next toe, round and round and round. There's so many bones in the foot, it's unbelievable. And then back the other way. And pull, and then the big toe. Give it a good squeeze, round and round and round. Good, back the other way. Good, and then give that a pull. Lovely. All right, so now we're going to high five the foot. Spread those toes apart. Hopefully it's easier after we've done that circling. And then we squeeze the fingers in, get a nice good grip with the fingers, and then support the ankle with the other hand, and we're rotating the foot around the ankle joint there. Keep breathing. And then let's go the other way, circling around. Good stuff. All right, and then give it a squeeze and then release your fingers. We're going to grab over the foot, so we're stretching out through this Achilles tendon. Again, measuring 2 finger widths above the ankle bone, and just squeeze, hold there, and then release, slide it down, squeeze and hold. Release and slide down, squeeze. Should be able to get about 3 or 4 thumb widths down the back there. And again, starting at the top, squeezing in, and then release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and last one. Good, and then we're just going to bring the foot back down, just working with your fist into the sole of the foot, just finding where it wants the pressure. That's it, lovely. Good, and then just pressing with the thumbs into the heel, just finding that fleshy bit and just working into it. Excellent stuff. Alrighty, great. So let's grab our ankle now and just give the foot a gentle jiggle. Let it be nice and loose and floppy. Very good. Alright, and so here we have, lovely stuff. Hopefully your feet are just buzzing now. Maybe they just feel more alive. There's definitely more blood and energy moving down into the joints and the muscles of the feet. We're going to use that now to do a couple of more poses. So let's come on to the hands and the knees. And we're going to go up into down dog. So I want you to stretch your bottom towards your heels, stretch the fingers forwards, and just spread out your fingers, and then come back onto the hands and knees without moving your hands. Tuck your toes into your mat. Take your breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to take the bottom up and press back into a down dog here. So what we can do is we can just bicycle the legs. So breathing in, bend one knee. Exhale, push the other heel to the floor. Breathe in, bend the knee, other knee. Exhale, push the other heel. So just breathing in, bend knee, exhale, extend the heel, breathe in, exhale, keep pressing through the hands, breathing in, exhale, pressing down, one more, and exhale, good. And then let's see if we can take both heels lengthening towards the ground, looking back between the legs, pressing into the hands, using the belly to hold us here. Good, and then gently coming back down onto the knees, and just have a little rest in child's pose. So curl into a ball, let your head come to the mat, or if you need to, rest your head on your fists, and just let's stay here for a moment. Make sure you've got some room between your knees, your thighs, for your belly to hang. And breathing. Alright, so curling up gently through the spine. We're going to stay kneeling. Now this little bit might be a bit strong, but give it a try. If you can't kneel, then maybe skip this little bit here. But what we're going to do is place one hand on the mat outside, other hand on the knee. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, just lift the knee up. So the top of the foot underneath is getting a stretch. Breathe in back, you'll see it better on this side. Exhale, lift the knee. So stretching through the toes and the top of the foot. Inhale back, just one more each side. Exhale, lift. And down, one more, exhale, lift. And then coming back, good. All right, so we're going to come back up to our standing poses. So let's come up, standing. So we're going to finish with a couple of standing poses. So let's come back to Tadasana. So feet just hip width apart. Have a look down, check the alignment of your little toe sides of the feet to make sure they're parallel. And just let the shoulders relax, let your arms hang beside you, and just feel the big toes connecting into the ground, and noticing energy drawing up and in towards the belly, and tucking the bottom under slightly. So feeling the crown of the head also lifting up to the ceiling, and just feeling as you breathe out whether you can bring your mind down into your feet as you stand here. And just shift your weight again, lift the toes off the floor like we did at the start, and then bring the toes back, and then just lift your heels gently, and then come back. Good. So we're going to do a couple of standing poses. So bring now your big toes so they're side by side, and the heels are slightly apart, so there's kind of like a narrow V shape from the big toes to the heels. Alright, so we want to bring our hands into prayer pose. So just let the shoulders relax. Take a breath in here. And on the exhale, we're going to sink the bottom down, keeping the knees together as if you're just dropping towards a chair. And then breathe in up. I'll show you from the side. Okay, so take a breath in. And as you exhale, dropping down. And we don't want the bottom to stick out, so keep the bottom tucked under. As you sink down, you're going to feel the squeeze or the stretch in the ankles and the calves. Inhale to lift up. It's not a very big movement. Exhale, sinking down, making sure the knees stay together. The big toes are still side by side. Let's do one more. Breathe in, up. And then exhale, sinking down. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths. So allow the crown of the head again to lift up. Don't look up. Just tucking the chin slightly inwards. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. And keep breathing through your nose, sinking down into the heels, making sure the heels aren't lifting, keeping the knees together, drawing the belly button in slightly. Good, and then breathe in to come up, and we let that go. Just shake out one leg and then the other. Alright, so we're going to finish with another pose called palm tree pose. We're going to start with the palms together at the chest again. And this time though, instead of sinking down, we're going to lift up onto the toes. Okay, so again, big toes side by side, heels slightly apart. Relax your shoulders, take a breath in. And as you exhale, squeezing up. So we're balancing on the toes. Feel the big toe pressing down into the ground. Good. All right, let's let the arms come down. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, the arms are now lifting up to the sky as well. So palms face inwards, fingertips stretching up, hands are shoulder width. Keep breathing, keep squeezing down into the toes, especially that big toe. Now tuck your bottom under if it's sticking out. Draw the belly button in. Notice if the chest is lifting forwards, tuck the ribs in slightly. Couple more breaths, really squeeze through the legs. Good. Breathing, holding, lifting the fingers. Fantastic. And then gently coming back out of that. Good. And let's just roll over the toes. So just rolling toes over and back, over and back. And on the other side, over and back, over and back. Good. And again, just a little shake through one leg, a little shake through the other leg. Fantastic. And coming back to our Tadasana with the feet hip width, big toes turned in slightly, little toe sides of the feet parallel. Relax your shoulders again. Just feeling nice and tall, tucking the bottom under, drawing the belly button in. The shoulders are nice and relaxed, and the crown of the head is lifting up towards the sky. Lovely. And let's take a few breaths here. So breathing in, the arms can rise up. Exhale, coming down. Let's bend into the knees. Breathe in, rising up. And then exhale down. Breathe, letting the knees bend. One more breath in. And now exhale, hands to the chest again in prayer pose. And just close your eyes for a moment. Bring your mind, your breath down into the feet. Just notice that grounded, centered energy through the soles of the feet there. Taking a moment to send some gratitude to your feet for all the work they do in keeping you upright, walking around. They can be a bit neglected, so it is good to spend a bit of time just working the feet gently and activating some of the energy in the lower body. Thank you so much for joining me today in this class. My name is Leah, and I'm a yoga teacher. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in another class very soon. Thank you so much.